Whoa, Claude just cut my video for me. In this video, I'm gonna show you how you can use Claude to create an instant rough cut for your video. This workflow leverages the latest AI tools and saves you hours of time from having to manually watch hours of footage. It can instantly find the best sound bites and place them right at your playhead inside Premiere Pro automatically for you. All right, so we're right here inside of Premiere Pro. As you can see, I have Chat Video Pro open and I have some footage of a tutorial here on the timeline. So in order to take advantage of what this powerful workflow has, the very first thing you need to do is add all of your footage to a story cutter timeline. Now, if you're working on multiple videos, you can organize your footage and make dedicated timelines for each video that you want to create. And that helps sort all the information for the AI, but you can also just dump everything onto one large timeline like this, and it'll work for you as well. So all I've already done at this point is brought in all of the A-roll of the person talking here about the tutorial, as well as the screen recording, and I've already synced them up because when Chat Video Pro makes its selection, it's going to bring both of the angles here. And I've put it all onto this Premiere Pro timeline. What you want to do now is go up to the text window, and you can find it from Window, Text panel, and if you haven't already transcribed your sequence, you'll just want to click the big transcribe button. And so to get this to Chat Video Pro, what you want to do is click the three little dots here, export as a transcript file. This is important. So we're going to export it as a transcript. I like to save it in the documents folder. If you're using our project folder system, this helps you keep your footage really organized and creates folders automatically for you for everything that you need. So I'm just going to place it here inside of the documents and call it the story cutter timeline. Now, switching over to Chat Video Pro, you can find this from Window Extensions Chat Video Pro, and it'll open it up here. Right here from the home screen, you can see the main model selector, and we have some of the best AI models here, like GPT 5.2 Thinking at the time, Claude 4.6 Sonnet, and Gemini 3.1 Pro. These are all really powerful models and will help you automate your story cutting. So you can choose any one of these, but we're constantly updating these models with whatever is new and the best out right now. So just keep an eye on any new models that come out. And you can see here, these are the different conversation starters inside Chat Video Pro. We want the story cutter, which is going to help us edit our video here. So let's click the story cutter button. Now the first thing it's going to do is it's going to ask you some quick questions to help understand the goals of the video, and this is going to give it the context that it needs to actually cut something for you. So the very first thing you have to do here is it's telling you to upload your transcript that we just created here. So if you click this little attach button, we can see the story cutter timeline that we just created. Open that up, and as you can see, it's generating here and it's attached. At any point in time when there's a transcript attached, you're going to see this little purple icon. If you hover over it, you can see that this allows you to connect it to the source timeline of where the footage is. This tells Chat Video Pro what timeline has all of the footage on it and will help it sync to your new timeline. So in this case, the timeline that needs to be linked to is actually the story cutter timeline. And in this case, since the name is the same, it'll automatically link it. But if you ever need to change the source timeline, you can do it here at any point. Now, we just want to give as much context as we can about what the goal of the video is and how the tool should edit it. So you can use the voice dictation mode here, which will allow you to just speak to it, which is the best way that we found. The goal of this video is to showcase Chat Video Pro and how it can help real estate editors enhance their footage and speed up their post-production by allowing them to create stunning visual effects for their content. The ideal runtime should be 5 minutes long, optimized for YouTube, and it will be an educational tutorial. The video should start with an engaging hook and call to action at the end. So you want to give it that important information. What it's mostly looking for is your ideal runtime, the platform that it'll be on so we can choose the best way to cut it for that platform, and the type of video it is, whether it's a vlog, event recap, or tutorial. All that information helps it choose the best story structure to cut your video. Let's choose our model. I'm gonna go for Claude on this video, and let's send the prompt. What you'll see here, it's now going and looking at your transcript and figuring out how to make the best video about it. As you can see here, there's this little thinking card, and if you click this open, you can see exactly what it's doing. The first time you run a transcript, it takes a little bit longer as it's really digesting all the information, but you can track what it's doing here. It's going to search through the entire transcript, find the best moments, map the entire transcript, and then use that information to cut your video. Depending on the model and how long your transcript is, it's all very fast. As you can see here, it's now arranging the final story cut. This is the last step. It's streaming in the rough cut. All right, it's finished streaming in, and let's check out what it's created here. So clicking the soundbite takes you to the moment on the timeline where the soundbite happens, but clicking the little down arrow actually inserts that soundbite right here at your playhead. So if I click it,
if you're a real estate video editor in 2026 and you're not using,
it actually places it right here on the timeline for you. So if you wanted to, you could read through this and sort of cherry pick every soundbite that you wanted to pass on to the next step. But the really cool thing about it is you can read through, it gives you explanations on why it chose certain sound bites. It even includes in here visual breaks for montages or title cards for each area. And you can see it's broken it down by the segments of this tutorial. If you scroll all the way down here to the bottom, which I asked for a 5-minute video, and it's a long one, you can see this insert rough cut button. So if I delete that here and click this insert rough cut button, as you can see, it's actually cutting the video for me. And this is what's insane about this.
if you're a real estate video editor.
So as you can see, it's actually placed 6.5 minutes of footage here on the timeline, and it's made these little title cards above the clips, which shows you the sections of the video that the AI recommends, and it actually correlates here to the sections inside of the transcript here. And what's really awesome, it already builds in these visual breaks. You can watch this and continue to iterate with it if you want to make any improvements. Let's check out the intro section.
If you're a real estate video editor in 2026 and you're not using AI in your workflow, you will be replaced by the creators who do.
So this video that it placed here starts with a hook, then it gets into the meat of the video where it's talking about the sky replacement. And as you can see here above, it has markers for all the different sections of the video. It talks about sky replacement and then style transfer, transitions. So everything that the tutorial went over, it's properly identified here and placed it on the timeline. And what's really cool, since we synced our footage before we inserted the rough cut, you can see that it has the screen recording and the A-roll dialogue. So that's really awesome. It can help you maintain your multicam footage across this process. So if there was something that I didn't like about the video, I could always talk to Chat Video Pro and continue to refine it, but I'm gonna show you guys a couple other techniques of how to use this tool to streamline and speed up your video editing process and save you hours. So check this out. You can use these / commands here. So if you type / here in the chat, you'll see this little menu pop open. This gives you a few different things like new video. If you send this, you'll actually clear out the current transcript and allow you to restart the process if you want to start a new video. Social clip, which helps you cut a 60-second version of your video that's optimized for social media, finding the best hook and call to action. Top 5 sound bites. This helps you find the top 5 moments of the whole transcript, whether it be something engaging emotionally or something that might be good for stories on Instagram. This is a great way to provide a lot of additional value to your clients because you can quickly export quick moments and clips from the shoot. And selects pass, which is a really powerful one, and I'll show you now. This allows you to do a targeted search across your entire timeline and finding all relevant moments. So you could do selects pass hooks and it will find all the hooks in your timeline. You could also ask it for anything specific, like find me all the moments where the user's talking about the sky replacement, and it'll do that as well. If you just leave it empty, it'll just sort all of the best moments through your transcript and even label each section. So it'll group everything by categories, allowing you to quickly see everything visually on the timeline. As a full-time video production company, this is our favorite feature because it saves us hours in the initial post-production process of trying to find the best moments to actually cut the story. Now, if the AI can sort it all for you, you can quickly make decisions and get started with your edit faster than ever. Whenever you want to delete this here, we can just delete, and we can right click here to clear all the markers. If your transcript is a different name than your source sequence, you might run into a situation where it doesn't know where the source timeline is. And so in that case, you can click that little purple icon here in the top right of the composer, and you can manually set the source string out. So in this case, the story cutter timeline is the timeline where all these sound bites came from. So if you click this, you'll see it here, and now the timeline and the source sequence is linked. So whenever you click that insert button, it pulls the sound bites onto the timeline for you. So let's run a selects pass and see what kind of output we get with no special filter. And for this test, I'm gonna go ahead and use Gemini. Since it has a 1 million context, it should be good for finding a lot of sound bites here. Let's choose that and let's just send the selects pass. So as you can see here, it's scanning through the transcript and it's going to go through in these chunks and it's going to find the best moments across the whole timeline and insert them instantly here. All right, so Gemini just finished, and as we can see here, we got a whole bunch of selects. It's labeled each one of the groups of what the selects are gonna be. So let's scroll down to the bottom and insert that rough cut. It's found 54 selects here. And whenever you insert it, as you can see here, it says hooks. These are all the hook moments. Value in AI real estate video here. So it's grouped them all so you could quickly scan through and find the moments that you're looking for.
In AI. And that's what I think is the real advantage for video pros that use AI in this modern age. They're not creating AI slop. They're peppering it in like a fine cuisine.
So they found all these sound bites and grouped them into these different categories like call to actions. This is super helpful. If you know what you're looking for, you can run a selects pass for something in particular and find it instantly.
If you want access to Chat Video Pro, click the link below.
So cool, there it goes. It found the soundbite. Another good way to use the selects pass, if you don't want to just put everything on the timeline here, you can still use this insert one at a time button. So if you're looking around and you see a call to action that you want, all you have to do is click that little download or insert button.
Chat Video Pro.
And it'll put that soundbite directly on the timeline. So you can use it here as your search center inside of Chat Video Pro and then just insert the soundbite specifically as you need them. Or you could create a dedicated timeline and have everything laid out with markers depending on what kind of workflow you have. In our workflow, we tend to like to have a string out, which is what we have here with the story cutter timeline, where you have all of the footage preserved. And it's important too to not move things around in this timeline, otherwise it'll break the transcript. You'll have to generate a new one. And then we have a selects timeline, something like this, to where all of the best moments are now placed on this timeline. This gives you the maximum amount of creative control because it allows you to build the story yourself, but it saves you hours from having to do the manual selection process. For every video project, we go through this workflow of string out to selects to rough cut. Well, now we don't have to spend hours creating the selects. We can generate them in less than 2 minutes and have them all right here on the timeline and spend all of our effort just making the creative decisions that the video needs. The best thing about this workflow and why I think it fits into many creators' workflows is the fact that you're still in full creative control and can edit the video however you'd like and use this tool to speed up your process. So if we did / here social clip, if you leave it empty like this, it's just going to scan the transcript and find the best, most viral moment that it can turn into a social clip. And again, let's try out a different model. Let's try GPT 5.2 thinking for this one. On social clip, let's run that. So feel free to experiment with the different models. We wanted to give you access to the very best. That way, each one has its own strengths. We created Chat Video Pro to help ourselves as editors. We're just like you, we have the same pain points. So this tool was built by editors for editors. Every tool that we put in here has been vetted by us and is actually being used in real post-production workflows. So social clip came back, as you can see here, it says hook, value, call to action. That's a pretty straightforward format. It would be best for reels, shorts, and at 60 seconds. So let's insert this and see what we got.
If you're a real estate video editor in 2026 and you're not using AI in your workflow, you will be replaced by the creators who do.
So what's cool about this is it's placed everything onto the timeline here. If we wanted to expand any section, we still have full creative control if we wanted to make this section longer or whatever we want to do. It's just going to find some of the best moments that it recommends and get you started here, overcoming that creative roadblock of not knowing how to edit or how to start the edit. This speeds you up exponentially. The third tool inside of the story cutter that could be really helpful in your workflow is the top 5 sound bites. So again, you can just put the / command and give it top 5 sound bites and send this. What this is going to do is it's going to look through the entire transcript to try to find the top 5 moments, and it'll give you descriptions of what's good about them and how to use them. So the first sound bite that it found is a hook, and it's a bold statement, so it tells you why it works and what platforms it might be good with. So it's saying it could go really well on TikTok or Instagram. The next one is a struggle and consequence scenario. It's saying this can be good for Shorts and LinkedIn, that type of thing. So game-changing visual result. This was like a really exciting moment from the tutorial, and a call to action exclusive offer. So this is a way to somehow mine the gold inside of your transcript. It's a way that you can quickly get a bunch of cool clips to maybe share with your client and add more value to your deliverables. And this output cost 2 cents. So it was at $4.66. So yeah, 2 cents, and we got top 5 moments that would make our clients happy. So to get the most with the Story Cutter, you want to be organized through the entire process of creating content. It starts in pre-production by having scripts and knowing clearly what the vision of the video is going to be about, and then organizing yourself in post-production by having dedicated timelines for each cut, or by having a really good prompt on how you're going to ask Chat Video Pro to help you. So the more information you can give it and quality information in, the better the quality of the information coming out will be. I see a lot of creators talking about AI slop, and that being one of the main reasons why they're not incorporating AI into their workflows. Well, a tool like this completely eliminates that. It's not the slop creator. It helps you find the best moments and then puts you in the creative driver's seat, where you're the one making the final decisions, and it just helps you automate some of the boring work. So if you are creating a lot of videos with talking heads or a lot of dialogue, something like this could instantly speed up your workflow. If you want to stay up to date with the latest AI video editing workflows, make sure to subscribe to our channel, and we're going to keep making these awesome videos showing you how to make the most out of the latest tools. If you want to pick up Chat Video Pro, you should definitely check out the Creators Bundle. It includes our project folder template, which is what you saw in this video, that keeps you organized from start to finish, and export presets to make sure that every one of your videos comes out ready for whatever platform you're posting on. It also comes with over 250 premium made LUTs that we use in every single one of our video projects, as well as a video prompter PDF, which takes you from beginner to pro, so you can get the most from your video generation outputs. Pick up your copy at chatvideopro.com. We have a lot of exciting features coming up, so stay tuned to be up to date with the latest with Chat Video Pro.